Have you ever heard a conspiracy theory so wild you thought, no way, that can't be real? Well, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Today we're diving into 3 conspiracy theories from the 20th century that people whispered about for years, only for them to be proven completely true. Get ready, because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's start with one you might have heard of. Project MKUltra. For years, people claimed the CIA was conducting secret mind control experiments on its own citizens. It sounded like something straight out of a Cold War spy movie, right? The government denied it, calling it paranoid fantasy. But then, in the 1970s, a congressional investigation blew the whole thing wide open. It turns out, from the 1950s to the 70s, the CIA really was running a top-secret program. They used everything from hypnosis to sensory deprivation, and even administered powerful drugs like LSD to unsuspecting individuals, all in an attempt to develop techniques for interrogation and mind control. They tested on everyone from students to soldiers, often without their knowledge or consent. What was once dismissed as a crazy theory was confirmed as a dark chapter in American history. Next up, let's talk about Operation Mockingbird. The theory was that the CIA was secretly using journalists and major media outlets to spread propaganda. The idea that respected news organizations were puppets for the government seemed far-fetched to many. People who believed this were often labeled as distrustful of authority. However, once again, congressional investigations in the 1970s, specifically the Church Committee, uncovered the truth. The CIA had indeed recruited journalists and cultivated relationships with news executives to push certain narratives, influence foreign elections, and shape public opinion both at home and abroad. They essentially had a network of media assets to help with their covert operations. The line between news and propaganda had been deliberately blurred. Our third story takes us back to the 1930s during Prohibition. The conspiracy theory? That the U.S. government was intentionally poisoning alcohol to stop people from drinking. It sounds extreme, but the context is important. When the government banned alcohol, illegal distilleries popped up everywhere. To combat this, authorities started adding toxic chemicals like methanol to industrial alcohol, the kind used in paints and solvents, which bootleggers were stealing to make their illegal drinks. The government knew that this denatured alcohol was being consumed and was deadly. They hoped the fear of death would act as a deterrent. Instead, it's estimated that thousands of people died from this poisoned liquor. Officials at the time publicly defended the policy, making this less of a secret operation and more of a horrific public health crisis that was initially downplayed and dismissed by many as a scaremongering rumor. So, from mind control experiments to media manipulation and poisoned alcohol, these 3 cases show us that sometimes the most unbelievable stories are the ones we should pay closest attention to. It is a powerful reminder to always question what you're told and to seek out the truth for yourself. What are some other debunked conspiracies that later turned out to be true? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey down the rabbit hole, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history's hidden secrets. See you next time.